Welcome guys, it's finally race week and we head to the home Grand Prix of the world champion Max Verstappen. He's dominated there, but we've got big news in the driver market. We'll talk about my predictions, we'll preview the Grand Prix, we'll talk about the track. Let's get to it. We'll start with the big news. Cadillac have confirmed both of their drivers. For all the world, it looked like we'd just get the one, Valtteri Bottas. The rumours have been circling around big earlier in the week that his deal with Cadillac is pretty much done. But the surprise really is that it's Perez also alongside him. Two big signings, really senior drivers, massive amounts of experience from the pair of them. It's a multi-year contract for both of them, and the team really saying with all their experience they'll hopefully guide them. There's an awful lot that goes on with these teams and an awful lot that what these drivers do, and they'll be able to just guide them through that basically into what will be their first season in Formula One, and a big year really for Cadillac, and they've gone for the experience. We thought, that they'll want an American driver, pure American driver. We've got obviously the South American in Sergio Perez in at least one of them seats. That was kind of the big proposal, all-American sort of team that they were looking at, and so kind of expected experience, especially with Valtteri, made sense. And then a rookie that they can blood and get the American talent into Formula One, but it's no. They've gone with two old heads. Both have not been in Formula One for a year now. Bottas has still been within Formula One for this year, hasn't he? He's been the reserve driver at Mercedes. He's talked an awful lot about all the work that he's done, a lot more than he kind of expected, and has been really missing getting into the seat, on race day, because he's sort of done all the work up until that point, and then not been able to take the seat, so he's kind of missed it, and it's a big opportunity for him. Sergio Perez, he's sat out, and we've seen these returns. Well, look at Nico Hülkenberg, and he's shown that they can work, but he was the doubt really, because he went out on a real low, but he's shown what a great driver he is and can be in stints, but if the car's kind of not there for him, he's not really producing on track. So yes, two solid drivers, they'll both bring the car home, so a lot of data gathering really for them if that's where they are. And with this driver lineup, it's not really an exciting lineup where you think, I'm really interested to see what these can do. Road to the redemption for both, really. I mean, they were both number two drivers in the mad 21 season for Bottas supporting Lewis Hamilton, Sergio, the defensive masterclass that he put off Max Verstappen. Now both clashing and getting into one seat. Could we see Christian Horner? Rumours are that he could be team principal there also, and that would be an absolutely amazing world to see the three of them pair up back in Cadillac, but that's two of them. Three are still there at least, and not the most exciting pairing, but I mean both still got an awful lot to prove, still want to probably show that they've still got it, have they? And that the answer that we'll look forward to in 26. Let's get to Zandvoort though, the track. It's a roller coaster of a circuit, around the sand dune hills. Turn 3 in particular, if you watch my F1 to Uber to F1 esports series that I'm running at the moment, the Zandvoort edition is out. Watch how much I struggle around this circuit. It's a really tight circuit, very very quick, a really short circuit, just 13 14 turns. And we've got that really tricky turn 3, which I just for the world of me can't get right on that track, and a tight circuit, and we don't get an awful lot of overtakes. We got 43 last year, so about an average amount of overtaking, so hopefully we do get some this year. The year before that was absolutely mad, wasn't it, where we got the rain at the start and then it got chaos later on. 2 DRS zones down into turn 1, turn 11, 72 lap race, 4.259 kilometers, so not really a short track, but it's fairly decent and quick corners really. That's what a lot of it is, not too many hard braking zones. I think turn 1 you're down into third gear into that, and I think there's turn 10 I think it is, but towards the back end of the circuit, which is couple of tight turns there, but other than that, a nice flowing circuit. Really good to race around, much better in my experience on the game, and really good to see these cars fly around this circuit. So interesting to see how they get on. Just 55% full throttle, but like I said, high downforce also, but a lot of medium high speed corners on this circuit. And yeah, let's see how it pans out for the race. Weather conditions, it's showing that it's rain potential for all 3 days, Friday, Saturday and Sunday in Zandvoort. So let's see how that one goes. The tyres for this weekend, it's a one stop, well, it probably will be one stop in the race, but one step softer than what we saw last year. We've got the C2, C3 and the C4. Last year it was the hardest in the range, so Pirelli again trying to shift things up, trying to move it to closer to a potentially mix of a 1-2 stop race. Pretty much everyone did a 1 stop last year. As we've seen with this year, the cars just seem to be able to handle tyre deg much better than they were last year. So if Pirelli did want to step things up and spice things up with a better, different tyre range, they probably should have done what we've seen they've done before, where they've gone sort of one step softer on the hards, or one step harder on the hards to make it a little bit slower. But again, these guys will just run these to the ends, especially with the way the McLaren works its tyres. So yeah, sadly just predicting pretty much a 1 stop unless that rain spices things up. So fingers crossed for that one, because the last time we seen rain there, it was absolutely spectacular. On to my predictions. It's a hard one, but I've gone Lando Norris to take pole position, Oscar Piastri in second, and Max Verstappen, at best, I think of him, will be a third place. That car looks nowhere going into the summer break in Hungary. He really struggled around there, but he's still got it in him to still potentially even nick pole position. But I'm thinking the best he could got at the moment out of that car, if he can put it in the top 3, would be magnificent from him. For the race, though, a switch up all round actually. I've got Piastri to take the win, Lando Norris in second, and Charles Leclerc to take the podium for Ferrari. Ferrari and Charles Leclerc especially have done really, really well. Sort of best of the rest. They've still got an awful lot to do on this car, so interesting to see how they bounce back. I'm thinking it'll be a good weekend for the Williams. They can pick up some solid pit points, and a bad weekend for the Alpines. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, my predictions, who you got for winning the race. Let me know your thoughts on the Sergio Perez and Bottas joining hands in the Cadillac. Were you surprised? Were you expecting a new young talent? Kind of like I was, at least in one of them seats. Yeah, what do you make of it? Looking forward to hearing from you on that. And the action gets going fast. I can't wait for the action. It's been so long, and finally some cars on track soon, and we can watch them zoom round and round in circles again for round 15. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. As always, see you on the next one.